Hey everyone, it's Ryan. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be making some popcorn balls with sort of a Valentine's Day theme. All right, to start out with, I have two regular sized bags of popcorn that I popped and I put in this large bowl. And I have my oven heating to 200 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven so it can sort of be warm so that whenever the syrup that we pour over it touches it, it's a little easier to work with and you can work with it longer. So I'm going to do that. And then I wanted to show you. So whenever I've had some popcorn balls in the past, when I've just bought them like out at an event or something, oven is ready. Sometimes you'll bite down and there will be a seed. So to prevent that, I dumped out my bags of popcorn on the sheet pan over this cooling rack and all the seeds fell through so I could get rid of all of those. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that one didn't slip through the cracks and is not in that bowl, but I got out a bunch of the seeds by doing this. So I am going to use the sheet pan again. I'm going to set it aside with some parchment paper. Okay, so here I have just an induction burner. I got it at IKEA and it has worked really well. I was trying to find something so that whenever I was doing these videos and stuff, I didn't always have to be over standing at the stove. So I just have this set on a medium heat and I'm going to pour a quarter cup of water in. And then I'm going to add, hopefully you're not hearing that like high-pitched sound. In the water, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. And this is just a quarter cup measuring cup. So there's a cup. And then we're going to add just a pinch of salt. And then 1 cup of corn syrup. So I do have a digital thermometer sitting over here. We're going to be heating this mixture up to 235 degrees. So you can use a candy thermometer if you want. I just really hate trying to read a candy thermometer. So once I think it's getting close to the temperature that I want it at, I will put this thermometer in and test it. Okay, I was trying to get this reset because there was like a high-pitched noise that I really hope is not coming through the microphone. So because this is it's not really a caramel, but it is still a syrup mixture. I don't want to stir it too much. I just want to make sure that the sugars are getting dissolved in the liquid. So I'm just going to let this sit here until it starts to bubble more. And then we will decide if we need to stir it just a little bit or not. Okay, so it is starting to bubble. I am going to stir it just a little, just to try to evenly distribute the heat. So with these induction burners, you can look at your pots and pans and they should say whether or not they're okay to use with an induction burner. But if you take a magnet and it sticks to the bottom, oh, I'm about to lose my spatula. If it sticks to the bottom, you should be able to use it on an induction burner. So I'm using pots and pans that I already had for this. So I'm just lightly stirring again to try to evenly distribute the heat. Now I'm going to test with my thermometer and see where we are. I am guessing we are already there. So like I said, 235 is what we're looking for. We're at about 225 right now. And once you start to evaporate that water off of there and the moisture in the mixture, it will go faster. So you do want to be careful that you don't take this mixture just a little bit too far. I am moving it around again to distribute that heat throughout and make sure that I'm getting a good reading. So the other ingredients that I have off to the side are 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of butter, and then I do have some food coloring because we're just going to add a little bit of food coloring to make it pink for Valentine's Day. Seems like once we hit that 225, it sort of slowed down. I doubt you could see it, but whenever I stopped stirring, because I was just holding it in one place, the temperature dropped because it's not distributing that heat all the way around. And you don't want to agitate it too much because this can crystallize, but I am just very gently stirring. That's why in between, whenever I have taken the spatula out, I will rinse the spatula off to get any sugar crystals off of there to make sure that this does not crystallize. So we're at about 233, almost there. And I have seen some recipes where people do popcorn balls with marshmallows added in. I've never done them that way. I've never had one made that way, at least to my knowledge. So I just wanted to do it this way because it's what I was used to. So 234. Almost there. Okay, 235. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to set this off to the side. Now I'm going to go grab my popcorn out of the oven and a hot pad. All right, so I have my popcorn and my mixture here. So now we are going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and I'm just going to eyeball it. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. Oh, as I throw it. Okay. Now we're going to mix this up. That butter mixed in. And I'm going to go ahead and add a drop or two of this pink food coloring gel. Just need this butter to melt quicker. It was cold. I made the mistake of just pulling it out of the fridge right before I started. And you can go as dark with this food coloring as you would like. I might add just 1 more drop because I really want it. Oh, helps if you open it. Because I really want it to be pink. Okay. And be aware, with all food coloring, you do risk staining your silicone utensils. All right, so we are going to set this back on here just to get some more heat to hopefully melt this butter, because I can already feel that it is starting to thicken up. And again, that is also why we heated the popcorn, so that whenever we added the syrup to that, there was a little bit of residual heat on the popcorn to help this not solidify right away. All right, so we have everything melted. So now I am just going to pour this all over. Get all of it out of there. Make sure you can see this. Move this up here a little closer. Now we're just going to mix everything up because that sugar syrup has gone to the bottom. And you could, if you wanted to, you could have some rubber gloves or, kitchen plastic gloves ready to use if you wanted to. I just do it with my bare hands because my fingertips are practically dead from all the years of touching hot things. Hot pots at work, hot pans. So I'm just going to do it barehanded, but just know you can do that. Run your hands under cold water in between making the balls if you want to. Certainly not advising you to go in while this is still super hot and do it, especially because it needs to be a little bit sticky, a little bit set up before you make the balls. Otherwise, they'll just sort of, as you see, they're just kind of falling apart because the syrup is still hot. You could have another extra bag of popcorn popped if you think this is too much of this syrup. I can never have enough of this syrup for my liking, so I think this is a perfect balance. But if you wanted to have an extra bag of popcorn ready to add in if you think it is a little too, I guess, wet for your liking. Let's see. That's pretty hot. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Still a little too hot. But oh my gosh. I'm so excited for these. All right, so I'm actually going to take this hot pot away so that my cool countertop will help this cool down a little bit more. Once it has cooled down a little bit, I will put the hot pad back so I can work through the whole bowl and the bottom not set up too quickly. They're getting there. You can tell that especially around the outsides, it's starting to stick to the bowl a little more. All right, so I am going to just, like I said, I'm going to put this back under here so it doesn't set up too quickly, but I'm just going to take a clump in my hands and just press it together. And this is still too warm, so this one will just be my snack. See how it's just falling apart. So I'm going to let it sit just a few more minutes. Okay, I think we're getting there. So I'm going to start just by taking some that was around the edge. And I'm just going to press it together. You can make these as big as you want. Try not to get too carried away with the size. You still have to be able to eat it, you know? Get your teeth around it. Here I said I was going to work from the outside, and I'm digging straight from the middle. But that's okay, because it seems to all be setting up nicely. You don't want to squish too much, because you don't want to, flatten all the popcorn. But you want to make sure it is going to hold together. There's not too bad of a leftover bit of syrup at the bottom. So you can see I'm not being super consistent with my sizes. These would be super cute at a little birthday party. You could cover all of these so they don't get stale, and then when the day comes, stick them on like some popsicle sticks or something. Like little pink clouds. Not really sure what other Valentine's themed videos to do, or I thought about doing some chocolate mousse cups, and then also thought about doing chocolate covered strawberries, and in the process of doing that, showing y'all how I make my like magic shell or cone coating with coconut oil. Might not be something new to some of you, but I started making it not that long ago, and it was really good, and I think it would work really well on chocolate covered strawberries. So I was thinking about doing that. Let me know in the comments if you have something else that you can think of that you would like to see me do for Valentine's themed. I could also do like a decorated cake video, like some hearts or flowers or something. Always looking for new video ideas. So if any of y'all have requests, let me know. I will do my best to accommodate. This one is definitely going to be mine because it's got lots of sugar. So these just need to harden a little bit, and I shouldn't have stuck them so close together. They just need to harden a little bit, and then you can put them in little Ziploc baggies. And there you go. You're good to go. I already tried it. It's delicious. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.